Good afternoon and happy Sunday to all of your sunshiny faces. Oh my goodness, guys, we've had a crazy day today. Honestly, I didn't get any yard work done today because of a handful of different things. I got up. I was actually, honestly, guys, every single day this week I have been up before 8:30 every single day, which has been amazing. Although today I got up at 7:45 or something like that, because normally my alarm clock, it goes off at 8 o'clock, but I set my clocks 10 minutes fast. So, and I was up actually a couple minutes before it went off. So I'm like actually waking up like right before my alarm clock. So I'm like conditioned now to get up before, like right before 8 o'clock, which is awesome. So this whole week I've been really good. But I'm going to take a shower right now real quick and then head to bed. But I woke up this morning and I didn't get out of bed though until like 9 o'clock. Honestly, I was like on my phone for a while because the puppies, the ones that we were fostering, they were just barking this morning, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to get out of bed. And I didn't hear my dad up either, and I was like really confused. I was like, I wonder if he's even awake yet, because it was 8 o'clock, and I was like, normally like he's up at like 7 o'clock or, you know, and earlier and stuff like that, but I was up and I didn't hear him. And so I was like, I wonder if he's awake or not. And so I was like, well, I'll just go check, because I thought that he was gonna like take care of the puppies we were fostering or something like that. And since they were barking, it also was kind of weird, because I was like, okay, what's going on? So I got up then like 9 o'clock, and then he was sitting in his room reading a book. So I was like, okay, which is kind of weird, because like my dad, he's honestly too on the weekends for some reason, guys. He's been reading like all the time. Like, it's really weird. He gets up before like anybody else, and like he just reads like all the books that he's gotten for Christmas, like over the last 20 years that he's never read. And he's reading them, which is kind of awesome. But I wish I could do that though. Like, I can though, because it is kind of nice, and especially now, which I'll tell you guys in a second, I should be able to get up. Really, I get up normally a lot of times before my mom, and way before Matthew and Jack. They don't get up until like, they're sleeping until like 12 o'clock in the afternoon or later, because it's summer and they can. But normally, like some mornings, I've had the like house kind of to myself, because I've been the first one awake, which has been like really awesome this week. But my mom's been up because she's been taking care of, again, those puppies we've been fostering. So I could get up early and I could read and just enjoy some me time in the morning before anybody else is awake. But normally when I can't really read in the mornings when I have coffee and like I eat at the same time, it's easier for me to like watch a YouTube video or something like that. But I mean, like maybe after that. But like I said, it's like, for me, I can't like multitask that way. I'm like trying to hold my book and like eat a bagel at the same time. Like, I'm just not coordinated enough to do that. And I think that's too much processing, especially for me in the morning before I've had my coffee, to try and like read a book. So I don't know if I could do that. But anyways though, guys, we ended up going to Aldi then, like probably around 9:30 or 10 o'clock or something like that. So we get to Aldi, and we went to a different one that's actually a little bit closer. It's near where we go to Caputo's and Valley Produce. And because my mom wasn't taking me, she likes to go to the one that's in this other town, the one we used to go to when I was like super little. But we went to this other one. They're both remodeled though, which is newer than ours. Ours is currently closed right now for sure, which I think is supposed to be closed for like about a month while they're remodeling it. They had like it open partially while they were remodeling it, and then they're supposed to like completely close it for like a month or so, and then finish the remodel completely. So anyways though, guys, we ended up going to this Aldi, and so we got everything we needed and everything like that, and we were leaving, and my dad had brought with a propane tank because we were going to go to Menards to go get it refilled, because we have two for our gas grill. And so we ended up taking one of them, the one that was empty, to go get refilled, and we'll leave that one in the garage, and then once the one that we're using is empty, replace the one that, you know, is we just got refilled again. So we don't have to, like, we won't completely ever be out of propane. Like, we'll have at least the backup or whatever. So we ended up, my dad was like moving stuff around. We got all the groceries put in the car, and he went to go move the propane tank. And all of a sudden, I hear on the street, I look up, and I hear like these brakes slam, and I like looked. I watched the whole thing happen. There was a, well, partially, because the Aldi sign was sort of in my way. I saw this lady was like pulled out further, and this guy on a motorcycle completely wiped out. He like swerved to avoid her because she was like further out in the intersection trying to get across. But I guess it was like, again, there were like signs and stuff like that that are like up, like the Aldi sign, like I said, I couldn't see. So I think maybe that was what happened. Like she couldn't see him coming around the corner there. And so yeah, it just, he ended up like completely wiping out on his motorcycle. He looked to be okay. He like walked away from it and everything like that. But my dad went over there. Obviously they called the ambulance and stuff like that. My dad went over there to go help him with his bike and stuff like that. Then once the ambulance and the fire truck were there, the fire truck ended up pinning us and 4 other people in, so we couldn't get out of the parking lot. Because of like where they had pulled into the parking lot. So we were sitting there along with 4 other cars. Finally, about a half hour later, they moved. And so then we were able to leave Aldi. Then we ended up going to Menards, got the propane tank taken care of, got a couple other things we needed to get there. Then ended up coming home, and then we put all the groceries away and everything like that. Then my mom, who is still sick right now, we ended up actually taking the puppies, the little puppies that we were fostering, back. They're supposed to go back yesterday, but my mom just felt horrible. They were so just like beside themselves because we were busy. Matthew ended up having to work, and then because me and my dad were gone, Jack was the only one home. My mom was sick, and so we ended up taking them back today. And the other reason too was because they have to get, I think, 1 more round of shots before they can go up for adoption. So they were going to do that today, and that way they can actually, I think, put them up for adoption tomorrow, which was supposed to work out yesterday, and then they go up for tomorrow, and then they're supposed to go up for adoption on Tuesday. But this way they'll be actually up for adoption, like I think a day earlier. So anyways, the long story short, guys, my dad ended up going and taking Jack there, taking them back with Jack today. So it's kind of sad, but honestly, guys, they have been barking like crazy. They honestly will wake. That's the thing, is that they're up at like 8 o'clock in the morning when I am awake, and like wake me up in the morning. And so, oh my gosh, guys, it's been a little crazy because they're in their crate in the morning. And so, yeah, and then like my mom's sick, so we had to get up and go and feed them breakfast and stuff like that. So it's just been very chaotic, especially too, like I said, my mom's sick, and tomorrow too, my dad isn't supposed to be here because he's going to be at work, and you know, so my mom didn't know if she was going to be able to have like him take them back tomorrow, so it would work out better if he did it today. So anyways, though, they ended up going back. Him and Jack then came back home. They stopped off, got something, I don't even remember. I think they stopped at like GameStop or something like that. And then they also stopped at Petco. We got a new water, like dog water thing, because for some reason the dogs have not wanted to drink out of the other one since the puppies have been drinking out of it for some weird reason. Water dispenser thing. Ended up then grilling for dinner tonight. So guys, it has been like a crazy day today. We also ended up to deep cleaning the house once. As soon as my dad and Jack left to go take the puppies home, me and Matthew swept the floors in the kitchen, swept the floors in the living room, mopped everything, and just did like a complete deep clean from them being here because they were just a mess and our house needed to just be deep cleaned. So that's what we ended up doing like while they were gone and everything like that. So that's why I didn't get to any yard work today because of that. My dad did get a little bit of area cleared out in the, not cleared out, but like our puppy fenced in area, and then also to our deck cleaned off today while he was actually outside grilling. So that got taken care of, but I didn't get to anything outside today, only because like by the time we were done cleaning up from the puppies and everything like that, it was already almost like 3 o'clock. It felt a little late for me to be starting like yard work and then also be making dinner for tonight too, which we, like I said, we just ended up grilling, but then we also ended up doing like you know, I did corn, and I also made fries to go on the side and stuff like that. So there was a couple things that I had to do as well. Today I just wasn't able to get to any yard work, but it is not supposed to rain tomorrow, I don't think. It's supposed to be, I think, like decently warm. I don't think it's supposed to be like 95 degrees or anything like that, but I think it might get into the 80s or 70s or something like that. But then on Tuesday it's supposed to rain, so I'm hoping that tomorrow I can get at least some type of work done, and hopefully I can get Matthew to help me too, and maybe Jack. And if we do, then we'll be able to like get that stuff taken care of tomorrow, or at least get some work done tomorrow, since we really didn't get to anything today. So I think my goal is, and I want to write down like a mini to-do list just for the gardens, so that I can kind of be like, okay, do this first, then do this, do that first, and then do this, because I kind of need to reweed the beds in between our neighbor's driveway, so that then I can move some of the lilies that are in our other flower bed that I need to take care of, which is really starting to kind of get out of hand, and take those and transplant them over into that bed. So that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do tomorrow, and hopefully goes over well. Because I need to set it up, like I said, like as a to-do list, to be like, okay, well, I have to do that first, because I can't move any of those lilies until I end up taking care of that bed and have somewhere to put them. So I'll probably have to do that, or I could just go work out in behind the garage, because everything back there just needs to be pulled out, or like I could do this section or that section. So I really only have like 2 flower beds that I need to do, which is, like they said, the one between the driveways and the one in our front by our front door. And then I just have back behind our garage to do. And that's really it. Like little things I feel like here and there kind of. But for the most part, flower bed wise, that already have pre-existing flowers in them, the only 2 that I have to do are the 2 that I mentioned. So if I get to like that one, then I can get back to that one and finish that one, and then that one will also be done. So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. But I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give it a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.